smashed my face off an outdoor pull-up bar the other day, and it still hurts.
Did you get fucking high and decide to cut your beard again? You idiot.
Okay, all right, welcome back to We Should Jam Sometime. Episode 68. Now, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to give everybody a nickname here. All right, so returning for the third time, the second most frequent guest, Thin Chrissy over there, looking good, inspiring. He's looking
Amazing.
good. We got Riley, man, he pretty much looks the same. Those jeans got to put the same amount of rips in them than he did the last time I saw him.
Bigger.
And
It's like a whole thigh sticking out there.
and we got Jourdan Horban over here, finally looking his age. Are you 30 yet? How old are you?
Good. He's been waiting to say that.
Do I have to answer that
Damn,
question?
it's been a while.
Fucking
All right.
rough.
And then we got Craigie Chicken Nuggies
Yeah,
over
I'm
here.
here. I'm here. Actually,
And,
and
Craigie
to
chicken.
add on, so I was at Jordan's 30th birthday.
Yes.
Just before the lockdown. I think it was actually the same
it was
day.
Why
And
was I
It
not?
was the night.
I'm pretty sure
It was at our home.
we had we had a massive outbreak of COVID-19. I'm pretty sure at that same party. Was there not?
Yeah, no, because
I'm
you were
pretty
at
sure there
home,
was.
and someone, it wasn't me. 'cause
Not
I was
at the party.
Not at the party.
Not at the party.
Not at the party.
We did not
It
cause
was
COVID-19.
after the fact. Yeah,
It was
Patient
pre-COVID.
Zero is one of these three guys.
That's actually when the outbreak started. Was at Jordan's 30th.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Me turning 30 was the catalyst because it couldn't kill me at 27.
But I was getting DMs.
Everyone dies.
I was getting DMs on Instagram for like 2 weeks after from Riley, just like, bro, I've got it, dude. Like,
Oh, I was fucking with you.
I have COVID.
Because I
for
remember
sure.
you coming over, you were like,
Oh, I
boys,
got
like,
it.
so.
I was
paranoid.
cautious.
You were hella
I was
paranoid.
very
You were.
cautious. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't let Jordan leave when he wanted
But
to
I
go
was
downtown,
still
so-
seeking
I
out.
didn't want to go downtown.
party.
Riley's the one that wanted to
You-
go downtown.
Prince Igor wanted to go downtown.
Yeah.
Well, Prince Igor wants to do a lot of stuff.
Prince Igor was down to do whatever they told him to do.
That is true. Yeah. So what was the deal with the water and the Prince Igor?
Oh,
We
yeah,
gotta hear
yeah.
that story
okay,
really quick.
so
Well,
First of all, Prince Igor is his drunk alter ego.
Okay.
it's my go-to drink, which is a brand of vodka made by 40 Creek Whiskey.
Ooh, wow.
Okay. Yeah. It's a.
Whiskey.
I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was a 40 Creek thing.
Yeah, I did a little research, and I like their vodka more than I like their whiskey.
Oh.
But anyway, so over the past, I don't know what was it, like 2 years or just year of like.
it was the year of at least the year of us living at that place.
Yeah. So
There.
Riley and Chris had a place together, and I would visit frequently to jam and write music. And
Right.
a lot of the time we would drink, and my go-to drink was a Mickey of Prince Igor vodka.
Okay.
The whole thing.
And
No,
The whole thing
Oh,
within
the whole
Na-
thing every
naturally,
time. Yeah.
naturally.
every time within like a couple hours.
so for my birthday, they didn't recycle any of the Mickeys that I had. So there was like,
Saved
I
one.
wanted
There was
to say
almost
in
30.
total, I think.
Yeah.
22. We tried to get 30.
oh, I was gonna guess way
But
higher than that. So
we
I'm glad
couldn't
that
quite
it
get
wasn't.
30.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
50,
Yeah.
but okay.
I think we accidentally recycled a couple. We didn't save all.
Accidentally.
We tried to. though.
But anyway, so they
a
made
lot.
me drink each one and find which one was the real Mickey and not
We filled
full of
them all up
vodka.
with water.
And it turns out none of them were the real Mickey. They were all vodka.
They were all-
water.
They're all
water.
Isn't
I
that
was
incredible? They
so
were
drunk.
all vodka. Just fucking
chugging
champ.
them
even
down.
know water from vodka anymore. That was the whole point.
So yeah, that's what happened, and yeah,
That's hilarious.
just reminded me of how much I shouldn't.
Well,
drink.
yeah, he drank all
in the
those, but the
future.
best part was we got him an actual like 2.6.
Was it a
of vodka.
2.6
Yeah,
you
it was a
guys
whole
got me?
2.6 of Prince Igor vodka for his
Uh-oh.
birthday.
I don't like where this is
but we
going.
popped a hole in the bottom of it and drained it all out
Oh.
into 2 different Mickeys of Prince Igor, and then refilled it with water.
Right,
and
because
sealed
the
it
cap
up.
wasn't broken, so I was like, oh, okay,
So he
this is
thought
the
it was-
legit, nice.
right?
Took a swig, I'm like, what the?
Genius.
How?
We are very smart boys.
We were.
my
we
God.
it
We
was a pretty
called
good
Prince
idea.
Igor and got him to make us a specific water bottle of vodka.
Yeah, so when he drank
That
it,
would
he
take
got
some
water
expertise.
again.
I was
and
pretty
it was
shocked.
hilarious.
Yeah,
And then we
some
gave him the real
experience.
stuff. And yeah.
And then the
And
rest
he,
is
and he was
history.
just really hydrated
I
for
was-
the whole night.
Yeah, well, he kept trying to get the
wish.
real Prince
Completely
Igor from us, but
destroyed
the
his
water,
buzz.
the water ones were floating around everywhere.
Yeah.
So we just kept handing him the water
Sam
ones.
and
We're like,
Nelson-
here, take this, man.
Yeah.
Two of my
It's real.
buddies, they're in a band called Holy
Yeah,
Smokes.
yeah.
They brought over their girlfriends and a friend that they said was into me. I like
Like,
kept trying
the
to
entire
arrange
time, like-
for me and her to have a shot. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll pour you a shot. Give me a second. I kept getting these. I'm like, guys, give me the bottle, and they kept giving me the water bottle, so I looked like a fucking chump
Perfect.
the entire time.
Dude,
Perfect.
Jordan just drinks water.
Yeah, for real. It'd almost be like sexier, where it's like, let's just take like a shot of water, babe.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's like I'm
I'm
responsible.
trying
That's
to make sure,
healthy.
but
Trying to
I
make
was
sure you're
really drunk
hydrated,
at that
you know?
point.
We got a lot of Prince Igor stories.
Oh my god, so many.
I just
videos.
I
don't know if we're going down that route,
which
but
is my one of my favorite Jourdan stories is we were at a party one time.
Jamie's?
And
Talking about Jamie's?
no. Oh fuck, that's a good story too. But no, there was a night where you introduced me to Nelson like 4 or 5 times. And there was like one time where you walked into me and Nelson having a conversation and you were like, hey Caleb, man, you met my buddy Nelson? And we were like, yeah, dude, we fucking met. Like we've met before even tonight. And you introduced us like 4 times.
I just want to make sure all my friends are acquainted
We know
properly.
Yeah, it was hard to get mad because you were just genuinely being a nice guy, but it was like, Jourdan, we fucking met.
Remember, bro. And that's
like-
the problem with Igor. When I get to that certain level, it's just stupid. So like,
The problem with Igor.
it's truly a
Talking
different
about the
personality.
liquor
Like,
or the actual
You gotta have the mic up
it's
at
a different guy.
There you go,
It's a
yeah,
different
yeah.
guy.
Oh man.
You got
Yeah,
it.
do you want to tell the Jamie story though? Because that was fucking hilarious.
yeah. So we were at our friend Jamie's house, hanging out.
Yeah, I
was
guess
it for
it's
a
my
special
turn.
event or was it
Wait.
just?
I
get
think it
to
was
know
just
you?
cuz. I think
Yeah,
it was just one
'cause?
night. Yeah.
And she was showing me. I don't know if it was her instruments in the other room or.
Yeah.
If who was she living with? Was it just her?
It was just her and Sean.
And Sean,
Because
okay.
the Lost Arts guys did a
Oh,
shoot that
that
night, and we
birthday.
showed up like 45 seconds after this
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
No, we showed up actually as it happened.
As it happened,
Yeah,
yeah.
as it
Because I remember
happened.
saying hi to everyone, and then we went in the other room, and Jamie was showing me her instruments, where she had like her amp and her guitars and her laptop, and she was like, "It's
Yeah.
really hot in here, Jourdan. Can you open the windows?" And I was like, "Sure." She's like, "But they're old and they're really stuck." So I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I know how to unstuck windows."
This sounds like a I don't know how I'm gonna pay for the pizzas for some reason. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
No, it doesn't go in that direction whatsoever. Well, no, yeah. So the first window, I open it and I push my 2 palms up against the top of the frame to like just kind of loosen it, you know, and it opens. It was okay. So I go to the next window, I do the same thing, except I must have hit it a bit too low, and I completely shattered. Like as soon as my palms hit the frame, the window just exploded.
Yeah, it
and
really did.
my wrist,
It really did.
I got it. I got stitches. My wrist
Holy
opened
shit!
up.
Yeah.
Down here. And
Wow.
on the palm of my wrist.
Oh my god.
So
a while too.
yeah, my palm split open and the side of my wrist split open. It didn't hit any major arteries, but at this point I was already a little buzzed.
Yeah.
And luckily,
So
one
you're
of our
just
friends, Natalie, was there, and she was a
bleeding like
nurse.
crazy.
So she quickly applied pressure and like bandaged me up and was like, "Yeah, you should be going to the hospital." And I was like, "Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna."
Well,
stay
this conversation's going on.
Okay, I'm ready.
Natalie's like
This isn't
sitting on the bed and he's leaning in for a kiss.
No way.
Well, she's telling him like, "Whoa, Jourdan, like
You're losing a lot of blood, man.
I'm
Yeah,
flattered,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like no thanks. Like we gotta get you to a hospital."
But okay, that didn't happen till later though. That was after. Like I lost a bunch of
Just
blood.
saying it did happen though.
I was getting to it. You jumped the gun.
Sorry, I didn't think.
Yeah,
you were
we'll cut
gonna
it.
say
We'll
it.
cut it around to the story makes sense.
yeah. We'll fix it in post, guys. It's
Because
fine.
my mistake was sticking around and continuing
Yeah.
to drink.
Yeah.
Because after that, we were talking, and Sean showed me a snake, and then it all became.
Dude, that's like his pride and
His,
joy.
his
eh? He's
actual,
like,
Sean has
what's
an
the fucking
actual
name of the
pet
snake again?
Yeah.
It's like some nerdy like Thor name or something like that.
Yeah,
was it
probably.
Loki?
No,
No.
it's like Mjolnir or some shit
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
the name
You
of the
know
hammer.
what? I don't know.
The
I don't know
hammer
for
or
sure,
some
but if I was
stupid
gonna
shit.
put money on it, Sean's snake is named Malnor.
Yeah, it's not
For
far
sure
off.
it is,
Not
yeah.
far off. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
Anyway, yeah, no, and then after that, I got saucy enough that I was trying to hit on Natalie while she was trying to just simply tell me to go to the hospital.
You're taking care of me. I think that's hot.
You want to be my nurse?
He leaned in for the
She's like, "No,
for the
Jourdan,
kiss.
please." Yeah, I don't remember doing
Hella
that
romantic
at all.
That's I just so like we did like a photo shoot that night, so we showed up at like 11, and literally the 3 of us walk in. We're like in the hallway doing like, "Hey, what's up? Holy fuck, how's everything going?" And then we just hear, and we're like, "Oh fuck!" And then we like turn the corner, and Jordan's just like, "Hey, hey, what the fuck's going on, guys?" And, like rips over to the sink.
Okay.
Oh, I think you were there. Me, you, Drake, and I think Riley were in that same room talking about music. And at this point, you were so hammered. And at this point, your hand is clotted. You got bandages on it.
Yeah.
You're still drinking. Drake and I are telling you some story.
Horrible
Corbin
decision.
starts laughing, and instead of just laughing like a normal guy, he starts fucking slapping the wall with his bloody hand.
Oh my
and then we're all. I'm pretty sure you were in the room, Riley, and me, Drake, and I'm pretty sure it was you. We're like, Corbin, fucking stop! And the wall is just was bloody because
Oh my
Corbin
God.
fucking reopened his wound
Yeah,
on the
he-
wall, and we were like, dude, like you need to go to
Yeah,
the
he did that.
Yeah, so that is
That happened.
a prime
That's
example of Prince
intense.
Igor.
Dude, Prince Igor did not
Oh
care.
God, see, I don't
He's a
like doing
passionate
that.
man.
I don't like
Dude.
getting like that.
I wonder who cleaned the wall too. I don't know. I don't know what happened after that because we just left the room
It's
and we were
just
like
there
somebody else.
still.
Did
The
it.
landlord
to
comes the
this
next
day.
day. It looks like a murder scene. Windows broken.
So clearly somebody
blood all
broke
over the
in
wall.
and one of my tenants is dead. Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's just one of many examples of how out of hand things get when I drink. So
That's awesome.
try to keep things a
Here's
little
a
bit.
quick one.
Igor
Here's a quick one
specifically.
because we're not gonna stay on this for too long.
Okay, all right.
on my
can we
birthday,
not?
on my birthday, I know you were
Oh,
there because
yeah.
were you there, Caleb?
No, but Craig's told the
I
story
was there.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, so he just
I have
got
a separate story
he
from
got
this evening,
blacked on the
actually.
wine.
About me or
It involves you,
Oh,
yes.
man.
Yeah, you know this night.
You can go ahead and tell the story. It's okay.
All right, so he got blacked on the wine at Wink's patio.
Me?
And yeah.
Oh, that night.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah,
night.
and I
No,
had to
you
call, I had to call him a cab to bring him back to the house, and it was me and my girlfriend's first date at the time,
Yes.
and
Yeah, that was tough.
and yeah, we had to carry him, and we were like, "Fuck it, we'll go home." So we go in the cab with or the Uber, and
Oh,
we put him in the
no.
back, and he's laughing and shit, and he pukes like all down his shit, and he's like just covered, and we have to drag him out, and whatever we throw him on the bed up the stairs. It was a pain in the ass trying to get him in the house,
Well,
and
you
we
yeah,
got
two
him
were
up
like
the
the
stairs.
smallest people.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
is true.
Drunk, dead
No,
weight.
we got him up, but when we threw him on the bed, it was fucked because there's puke all over his ass because it leaked in. So yeah, he puked on his own ass that night.
You tell him about the morning
Oh, my
after.
God.
That might
'Cause
be
I
the
didn't
title of
remember
this episode.
anything.
Was
You don't-
there,
you don't-
was
Well,
there
so
even a morning
hang on,
after?
How
so
I woke up
staying-
and was like, "What the fuck?"
staying on
Oh,
staying
yeah,
on
yeah.
the same evening. So I was over at another table. I showed up with my cousin Serena, and I was hanging out with the brighter green guy. I forget what his name is.
Austin.
Yes. So we were all at the head of the table there, and Riley's there with his girlfriend chatting or whatever. And then I migrated off. I saw someone I went to high school with. I'm chatting with them, and we were having some ridiculous conversation or whatever. And then one of his buddies just goes like, "Hey man, your buddy over there. You should probably get him cut off, eh?" And I was just like. So I think he's talking about the birthday guy, Riley, right? And I look over at Riley, and he's having a great time. He's chatting up all these people. And I went like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man? He's having a great time over there. Like, what are you talking about?" He goes, "You should cut him off, man. Like he's like not having a good time." And I was just like, "Leave him alone. It's his birthday. Like he's having." Like, I look at him, and the guy's thriving, having a great time. And he goes, and like I just forget about it. I'm chatting for
I
another
heard
5
the guy
minutes or
got
whatever.
Pretty aggressive with you, hey?
He was like, "Get this guy in a cab and get him home." And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" Like I'm looking over at Riley, and Riley is up, conscious, talking to everybody, having a great time.
Conscious, keyword.
So yeah, the big key word. So then they go, "No, man, over there." And I look over, and Horben is face down, 2 bottles of wine deep, like on the table. And I was like, "Holy shit!" So then I go up to Riley, and I was like, "Hey, man, like your boy's down." So then all of a sudden, the birthday boy is carrying Jourdan out of the bar. And they went, "You should make sure that he's not getting in like an Uber because they're gonna charge him a fuckload of money." And I was like, "Hey man, are you getting Horben in a fucking Uber? Because he's gonna yak." Okay. And you went, "No, it's fine, man. It'll be totally cool. He'll be fine." I was like,
Remember that? I was like,
"You're-"
I know,
I went,
dude.
"You're gonna have to pay $120, okay?" On
I
your
paid
birthday."
it.
He paid the 90, yeah.
And
he
then
paid the
I
90.
messaged you maybe 20 minutes later, and I went, "How'd it go?" And you went, "He fucking spewed everywhere." And yeah, so the birthday boy had to wind up fronting the bill for the time being, I suppose. And then yeah, you probably
Yeah,
traded
that's
the-
not my
but that was
finest moment.
that was my interaction with it. It was like, "Get this guy out of here," and I'm like, "Dude, he's the birthday boy, okay? Leave him alone." Like,
That's so funny.
I'm so sorry, but at least you have a fun story to tell about your
Yeah.
birthday.
Well, I didn't pay the money, so I don't care.
so we'd like to introduce to everyone drivr
Yeah, this
right
is
here.
Drivr,
We got
the best
Jourdan
podcast
Horben over
intro.
here, the star of the show.
Two, yeah.
You know, actually, you guys
Truly
can
the
introduce
star,
yourselves.
yeah.
You're more
Yeah.
than welcome to introduce
I'm
yourself.
Jourdan / Prince Igor, depending on when you meet me.
Yes.
I'm Riley. I play drums.
I'm Chris. I play guitar.
Perfect.
Dude, nice. Fuck yeah, guys.
They're sounding much more modest than they really are. For real. We just heard the new single. It sounds great.
It's called Full Send.
Yes.
Full Send.
Send.
So you're listening to this. The song is out next Friday, September 4th.
Yes, you got it.
So there's a pre-save link somewhere. Fucking pre-save it and then listen to it.
There's
a
some
lot
drums on it. Let me tell you.
afterwards. Yeah, I can
There's some
confirm.
fucking
There's some
bass.
bass.
on
Some
it.
bass.
There's
on
some
it.
bass.
Oh my god!
There's
So
some
as a
bass.
bass player, I had to say that shit fucks.
There's some
okay?
bass.
Yeah.
Without
Yeah.
bass.
There's-
Chris, you wrote that bass line, right?
I did. I
Dude.
did.
Dude.
It was just a practice line when I still played bass for these guys,
Yeah.
and then I was like, you know what? I want to play guitar. So
Yeah. Yeah, you said use it as a practice, like just a warm up
yeah, just
kind of
to
riff.
go really fast to get
Yeah.
my fingers warmed up.
I've
and
got
then
one of
like,
those
let's make
too,
it a
that-
song. And I'm
yeah.
like,
Do your best impression of the riff just so people know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give us like
yeah.
Just so
a.
people know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
It's like a dude.
my best- my best-
That's
Nice.
That's pretty
Yeah.
close, actually. That's
Nice.
actually quite close.
Yeah,
There's a lot more like berberdangs in there, like berberdang, berberdang, berberdang,
Yeah,
berberdang.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Fucking
You gotta
sure.
get the tone right, you
Yeah.
Of
know.
course.
You come play bass for us then, Craig.
I should come play.
Dude,
You know how
have
much
you
fucking
guys-
work I have to do.
Have you
River
not
Dance?
heard that Craig plays in Heart Attack Kids? Has he never told you that?
Actually, you know what? Really quick, I'm gonna put the plug in there. We put out our single "Can't Stop"
It's a good
just
song.
the other day.
good.
It's a week old as of today, so go check that
You know
one
what?
out.
It brings me back to the 80s, you know?
I was gonna say, what
It
vibe
is
did I
quite
say? Because I
80s,
listened to
yeah.
it and
It's
I
a
said,
very
it gives me
dancey
a
Oh,
track.
you don't
vibe.
even. Oh, yeah, really? Did you listen to it? It gives me a vibe. What vibe was it, though, that it gave me?
I'm not gonna.
Well, I'm
I'm not
asking
gonna
because
put you
I
on
don't
the spot.
remember. I posted in the chat. I said this song sounds like this.
Oh,
You guys
sure.
also
Okay, no,
don't
wait.
remember. That's okay.
He did. Okay, he did say something.
like-
Trying to make me sound like I didn't actually listen to it.
Seems
I
like
don't
there's
know.
a
Why would
rift
you ask me
between the
what vibe you
Beatles
got
here.
from
I
a
posted
song?
it in the group chat.
You
These
said
guys-
it reminded you of the Wrong
Dude,
Brothers.
these guys
Okay.
are
I
gonna.
like that.
These
I can
guys
fuck
are gonna
with that.
break up before their first single
Yeah,
comes out.
straight up.
He did say that.
Straight up.
There it is. I said it reminded me of the Wrong Brothers, which is
Nice.
a
Wow.
compliment.
That's cool. It's like
Yeah.
the Wrong Brothers, but with the bass,
Yeah.
which is me.
With exactly.
But no, we're here to talk about Driver. You guys, fuck. I just heard the new track and it sounds awesome.
Thanks, dude.
Where did you guys?
Definitely, we fucked, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have. Definitely have fucked. And where did you guys record that track?
So we did the drums at Sugar Shack with Kyle Ashbourne,
Yeah.
and
Love
then-
Kyle.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, Kyle's
Great
great.
guy,
too.
We are big
Sugar
fans of
Shack is
Kyle.
awesome,
Great guy,
too.
Kyle.
Yeah, great guy Kyle. Great cat. You guys
Oh
remember
yeah,
what the-
Winston.
Great guy, local
Winston.
guy.
Guy
He
name.
is the
Yeah.
shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
digging
yeah.
it too.
Win-
Best,
Winston.
best local cat there is.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the guys, we did
Aside
everything
from
else
my cat.
ourselves at home.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chris did
I,
the
I
guitar.
recorded all the guitar at home through like a tiny, shitty little amp from the '80s.
Nice.
And,
Tell 'em
Into
what amp it is.
Audacity.
No, it's a Roland it's a Roland Cube
Audacity.
60s. It's like it's
Garage
honestly
band.
just this tiny little amp, and somehow it just made the best tone for that
Nice.
song.
Dude.
for at
Nice.
least for that part,
Somehow.
but
It's like a
somehow.
Clapton thing. Is using the small amps and you can get the fucking big tones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just crank them and.
And then he used my 7B. And
Yeah, and that too. Also, the really expensive mic.
I was gonna
helped.
say subtle flex that the guy's got a 7.
Little
yeah.
things
the
like
7B, the 7B, which
All
is
the
also
tones were from the
Yeah.
microphone.
Yeah.
Get your microphones from the microtones.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
just
Yeah.
DI bass, like straight up, just plugged it right
Yeah.
in.
Dude, plugged it right into the computer.
Plug-
And then once we were
Right in
done, we
there.
got Matt Grady to mix it.
Ooh, Matt.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Dan
Production
Broadbeck
value.
mastered it.
Mint.
And you got to get
Yeah.
Dan to master it.
Oh yeah.
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan is a my boy.
And then when
Dan the
everybody says,
man.
who mastered this? You go, oh, Dan Broadbeck. He was my teacher. He won a Juno. It's like no big
Yeah,
deal.
Juno. I mean,
Grammy nominated.
Juno Award.
Grammy
Yeah,
nominated.
you-
Honestly,
fucking
not a
wanna-
big deal.
yeah, yeah,
No big
yeah,
deal.
Yeah, nominated for Grammy, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
No big
But,
deal.
Yeah,
You guys know the Cranberries? No big deal.
Speaking of teachers, do you know The Pursuit of Happiness? Will
Yeah,
Burr?
yeah,
He
yeah.
also taught us.
Yeah.
No big deal.
You know, Click. Yeah, it's kind of it's a big song in Click.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Are you an uncle? Do you want me to get Mo Berg to sign something for you? Because in my experience, all my uncles
Uncles
want.
love
yeah,
Pursuit
dude.
of
Oh, you do. Uncles fucking love Mo Berg.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, technically.
You guys are uncles?
We do. We confirm.
Yeah,
And they
like
call
you're
me an
each
old
other's
fuck.
uncles, or like
we
you are.
uncles. So.
What? Okay, you gotta explain that.
They have
Not
sisters
that
or.
loud.
I was gonna say you are each other's uncles somehow.
That would be no, but
No, what the fuck, Craig?
I don't
No, I just said
know.
we're uncles.
Listen,
That
I
means
didn't go to
I have
school like you.
nieces.
Okay, I need this shit explained to me.
Yeah.
I have nieces.
I have nieces and
My
nephews.
sister has
Nisai.
kids.
Okay.
His sister also has
Yeah.
kids.
Nisai and
There's 4 at least on my
nephews.
part over here,
Wow,
so,
dude.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Weren't you like an accident or something, Chris?
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
I was.
I thought you came way later.
I
thought
was. Shout out mom and dad though for keeping me.
I'm like
He kind of
Dude,
has
dude.
that.
We
attitude.
are 20 minutes in, and we have already broken
we've been
so much
friends
ground.
long enough. This is Chris's third time on the podcast.
It's
I can
true, it
ask
is my
him
third
point
time.
blank if he was an accident.
Yeah, and that's true. And I can say honestly, I'm not an accident.
Hey, man, you were an accident, right?
No, my sister was
Hey
an
man, yo,
accident.
your parents didn't
Your
want you,
sister was
eh?
an
Your
accident.
My sister
parents
was an
didn't want-
accident.
Okay.
Your
I
sister,
thought
just the one.
That was me.
Yeah, he was an accident.
I
That's
didn't
why
even
he's
know
the
you
only
had
child.
siblings. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I have one sister.
His sister's
Oh,
like
okay.
40, so like my age.
Oh,
36. 36.
oh really?
Holy
Oh, so there
shit.
is a bit of a gap, eh?
Yeah.
just a little.
Wait, your sister's.
I thought you were like way younger though.
I'm not that young.
Oh, maybe I would. Okay, maybe I'm confusing you with somebody else. I thought for some reason you were like, yeah, my siblings are fucking like in their
next to be
30s.
30.
yeah,
in this band.
I'm next in line.
Yeah, true. You're fucking getting up there too, eh?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm 26. It's not.
Yeah,
good.
you're old as
Dude, you're
fuck
pretty
too,
fucking
eh?
old.
Wow.
Dude, you know what sucks? So I've been shitting on Cam and Drake for a while about how old they are, and I'm 24 in like 2 weeks, and then
I was just gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, 24.
I know, but
Yeah,
I'm getting to the
I
point
will
where
be
like
20 I'll be
I can.
25.
I know. I was gonna say.
I'm getting to the point where I can almost stop. Like I can't be shitting on people soon. My brother's almost 30, and like, yeah,
Same age. I'm 23.
Yeah.
like you're gonna be.
Craig, how old are you?
I'm
Yeah.
24. I'll be 25 on Christmas Eve.
Nice. You're about to reap the benefits of 25.
Yes, for
What
sure.
does that mean?
What does that even mean? I don't know what the benefits
So
are. of 25.
when you hit 25, your insurance will go down.
Oh, true.
that is
true.
true.
Really, the only
true.
benefit.
Yeah,
of
My
it.
rates are
That's the
okay.
benefits of 25.
My rates are okay,
That's it.
but they'll be better. I'll be able to drive. I'll be able to drive a motorcycle without paying an arm and a leg.
Your insurance is gonna go down $15 a month. Dude. You
$15?
fucking,
You're gonna save?
You're gonna save
That's
15
substantial
I know.
savings over 12 months.
You're gonna save
I know,
Okay.
but-
no, a little bit
Go out
over
and eat
$200
one more time a night.
a year.
Wait, do we even have insurance? Like for what?
For cars, for my house, for my instruments. You guys don't have insurance on your instruments?
No,
I don't have
dude.
shit for
Dude,
anything.
am
Dude,
I?
you gotta get some insurance, dog.
Well,
For my drums.
Speaking of
For your
insurance, we
drums,
actually
dude.
yeah, you actually
Imagine
should.
if
though.
someone
How?
walked in and stole all of your
You-
drums.
Wait, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this
You
later.
get the like
you
SIN
have
numbers
to
and stuff.
take
Or not SIN
photos of your
numbers,
shit.
like the,
This might be a good
yeah,
conversation
yeah.
for the podcast because what if there's musicians out there that don't know?
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
there
Okay, hang on.
There
So
isn't.
really quick, everyone shut the fuck up really quick because everyone's been talking at the same time so far. The first 22 minutes of this podcast basically written off. So we're gonna start out with this first constructive conversation.
Thank
so
God.
first off, every musician should join the musicians union. I think that's a huge thing
Hey
that
man,
people should
there's
do.
a union. How did Craig not go to school?
How did you guys-
All of us went to the same program. And the
You
first
guys
we're all hearing about
invested
the
your money in the
union.
wrong spot. Okay, so you should invest in the musicians union because what's that? Oh, you need your opener.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was trying to do that
I'll give you
without
that. So
distracting.
the union will insure all of your shit up to like 10 grand, right? Which is substantial. Like usually that's your
Combined,
entire inventory.
probably.
Usually that's your inventory, but I mean you join as a member, not as a band. So you guys are all going to join.
Individual, yeah,
so
yeah.
individually you would have 50 grand as a band.
Oh,
Right? As like so all of your shit, right? But imagine so you're on tour and you
Yeah.
leave your shit in
That's
the
always when it
van
happens.
because you don't have enough space in the apartment you're crashing in to bring the drums in, and someone steals all of your drums,
trailer.
Riley. And now you're fucked, right? You're gonna have to go rent drums for the rest of the tour just to get through the tour.
Yeah, dude.
But you're fucked when you get home. You're just
mind
like, wow, I
blown.
never once thought of this, huh?
It happened to Seaway.
Riley's like, I thought you just did like a GoFundMe.
Why did you pay for an education, guys? Fuck. I don't
know-
understand how this doesn't get taught in schools.
I know about it when we're going on.
kind of.
What if all the shit gets stolen, though?
We
They
haven't.
didn't teach us
Oh
about
my
that.
God, guys.
That's why we needed a third year. We keep saying this, but
Third
I get
year
it.
is just musicians.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
taught
Class
all
is
by-
in session.
Actually, you know what? To be fair, I bet it was in Jason Chapman's class and none of us went.
I was gonna say
They
it
probably told
did
us.
get taught.
We had an actual
It's gotta be in
music
that book.
business class and nobody went.
To be honest, I
it's
don't
probably
think
in the book.
we
That
hadn't-
textbook we all didn't buy.
we haven't toured enough, like actually gone out
At
far
all?
enough to actually talk about getting
Went to
insurance.
Montreal
No
for
tours.
a party, basically.
We haven't played enough, I should say, to actually talk about getting tours. Because like I know a band like Seaway,
Yep.
band.
Yeah.
they got their stuff stolen 3 times
Yeah,
on 3 different
for sure.
occasions. Their whole trailer got taken. But
Oh.
speaking of
Julie, can you
broken
check that
into, I
car
hear a
horn?
alarm
It's
going
getting
off.
taken. That sounds like Jordan.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
Craig spilled beer because we thought our cars were getting broken into. Somehow 3 of us thought all of our cars were getting
It was
broken
an
into.
issue. It was a problem.
And Juan Julio was not concerned at all.
Yeah.
So we were blowing Riley's mind about
insuring your
insurance.
instruments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instruments.
But yeah, but I mean, even if you don't do it through the union, you should definitely insure your
Yeah, no,
instruments. It's
I
definitely
agree.
a smart idea.
Anyways,
Oh,
craziest
yeah.
story you guys got.
Just generally?
I
Or
think
like-
Corbin was actually in the middle of saying how Seaway got their
Was he?
instruments thrown 3 times.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't want to hear about that because 3's a lot.
3 is a lot of times.
I believe.
yeah.
I don't know the exact details. I think one time it happened on tour. I know one time it happened in Oakville off of one of their driveways.
Where
like
were you that
straight
night,
off
hey?
one of their driveways.
Jesus.
They just woke up and the trailer was gone.
Sounds suspect.
Where was I?
Seems like you know a lot about these thefts, Jordan.
How'd you get all this gear that you gifted us, eh?
Yeah.
The
Why'd
podcast
you
starts
gift
where
us
they're
an-
like, yeah, love being a driver, man. Jordan just fucking
Pays
fronts
for
everything.
He
Yeah.
gifted,
All
he-
this free
he
equipment
gifted
and
us an
doesn't-
entire
just sits there and
backline.
asks questions.
Yeah, and then Riley's like, yo, fucking the dudes from Seaway messaged me. They wanted, and Jordan's like, no, fuck those
We're
guys.
not playing with Seaway.
Don't talk to them.
Yeah.
Don't talk.
Don't
to
ever
them.
talk to them.
By the way, Seaway put out a single called Big Vibe.
Big Vibe.
and
It is
it's
so good.
It's dope. Yeah. So
So
my
good.
my buddies Anton DeLost and
Dude,
Ryan Sweet.
You know
both,
Anton as well.
Yeah.
And Ryan Sweet.
They both co-wrote on that song.
Yeah, they did.
And it's dope.
It is
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
super
man.
cool.
I've been talking to Ryan recently, actually, messaging,
Yeah, man.
and he wants to do a lot of co-writing.
He's in the co-write business right now, which is sweet.
What's wrong?
I don't know. He's talking to the mic while people were telling stories.
I said, oh yeah.
Oh, Chris is talking.
Okay.
Do you think with podcasts it's so hard to not chime in with the like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
right on? But
Dude.
it's so brutal. Like I guarantee the first 20 minutes of this is like hard to listen to because it'll be like 20 people talking.
Yeah,
at the
we
same
were all
time.
talking.
Fuck,
Yeah.
I knew this would happen. I
Yeah.
fucking knew it. I knew it'd be difficult.
All right, well we'll try to do it one person at a time.
10-minute
then.
podcast. This is
But so speaking of co-writes, by the way, everyone here has had several pops so far,
Yeah,
so
that's
we're
also-
trying to
There's
get it
a lot
together.
of White Claw on the table
Trying to
right
get
now.
it together right now. So how, speaking of co-writes, would you guys ever be open to co-writes of any
Definitely.
kind? Yeah,
We were actually
have you
talking
done
about
anything
this.
like that before?
We haven't yet, but in the future, we definitely want to work with people. We just need some outside critiques,
Yeah.
for writing music because it's hard. You like your own stuff, but at the same time, it's just like an outside opinion can change completely the direction or little things that would make the song great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So
And it helps, so the single we just put out, it was co-written by a country artist actually.
That's right, I saw that.
Aaron Allen actually
which is
co-wrote
cool.
our new
Country
song.
artist helping
Yeah,
co-write a
and
rock
it was
song.
it was strange because when I first started into the band, it had already kind of the wheels had already been rolling on that,
Mhm.
and it was like, yeah, so we're co-writing this rock song with a country guy,
Yeah.
and we were like, well, I knew it
A little
would work.
skeptical, yeah.
Well, I knew it would work because I'm a Johnny Cash guy, and he,
Oh,
you
dude,
know,
I
he'd
love
work,
Johnny Cash,
He'd work
but
with
that's
all
like-
those rock guys, right?
Yeah,
And he's the
yeah,
country
yeah.
guy, so I knew it would work,
He
but
was
it
the
was
bridge.
it was like, is this exactly the vibe that we want to go with or whatever? And
Yeah.
it does work.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, Aaron's worked with like so many other non-country artists at this point.
Yeah.
And it does work. So, I mean, like what if you were to pick a genre outside of your genre,
work with?
what do you think you would work with for a co-write? Oh, come on. You had one.
Riley had
He
the
Look at
first.
him.
Yeah, go for it.
Cardi B.
Cardi
Yeah,
Cardi
like-
B is a genre now.
You had a genre, Cardi B. I mean,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
would probably make her song hard as
We
fuck.
want that WAP.
We want WAP, dude.
Yeah.
For real. Come on.
Add some.
Who doesn't?
It's true.
Let's be real.
no,
We
yeah.
do want that WAP.
Yeah. That's why we all got into music in the first place.
Yeah, that's very true.
One time there was this is kind of a Nick story, but Riley, as you've maybe already noticed, does this thing where he's fucking with you, but has a good poker face. Riley has a good poker
Dude,
face.
I thought there was a COVID-19
So-
outbreak until just now.
So one time,
Tricked you.
Julie and I are at the mall.
crispy
I won't
bread.
say I won't say where he works or whatever, but Riley works at a place in the
Hot
mall.
Topic.
Okay, he works at Hot Topic. I didn't want to say it if he didn't want me to say it. He works at a Hot Topic, and
come
Julie and I
get
are
me.
in the Hot Topic, and then Riley comes up. He's like, "Yo, what's up?" And we're talking, and then Riley goes, "Hey man, so like I heard Gyro's playing a gig with you guys," and I go, No, he's not. And he goes, yeah, he is. He goes, he was just telling me he's been learning your songs. And I'm like, no, he's not, man. I don't know what you're talking about. And now Riley and I are in this thing where I'm like, you're obviously fucking with me. And he's like, are you fucking with me? And I'm like,
He
what
was
are you
learning the
what are you
songs. I
talking
was
about?
being
I know
real.
you were. But, okay, I know. There's clearly an end to this story. So
Let him finish.
yeah, so I'm like, what the fuck, man? And then I like text Nick and I'm like, hey, I was just talking to Riley. He said Gyro's playing a gig
Do you know
with us.
anything about
And
this?
then Nick goes, oh yeah, man. Did I forget to tell you? I'm like, hey man.
Surprise!
What,
Oh
dude?
God, classic.
the gig's in fucking 2 weeks.
Wow, you never
and
told me
it
that.
worked out. But Nick was just like, oh yeah, I got to go skydiving that day, and I'm like, hey man,
Have to.
what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it was just kind of a funny story, but
You never know when the
classic
kid's messing
Nick.
with
Who
you.
the fuck
Dude,
doesn't
and
say
you-
anything?
Dude, Nick, dude.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm not
Nick
gonna play in the
Nick
band.
does that shit all the time. And then the weather was shitty that day. Didn't even go skydiving.
Didn't even go.
Did he come to the show?
Oh, dude. Actually, I remember Josh said something. Oh, that was the thing. So Nick couldn't go, so he's coming back to London, and he messages Josh about, like, I think Nick forgot his key, and he was like, yo, are you home? And Josh is like, no, I'm at Call the Office. And then Nick said, oh, cool, who's playing? And Josh was like, your fucking band, man.
So nonchalant.
Yeah, dude, Nick is the best. I fucking love that guy.
What a kid.
I love him to the end of
haven't
this
seen that
earth,
guy in a
but
while.
he might get me killed one day just by accident. I don't know.
He's all looks.
Yeah, you'll get us killed. By
He's a
accident,
pretty
sure.
guy. He's a pretty guy.
He's all looks.
Actually, Brandon came a lot closer to getting you guys killed back. We should tell that
Oh
story.
Jesus!
That was fun. Yeah. No, it wasn't fun. Actually, it was terrible.
It's kind of scary.
It was a horrible night.
Scary for me hearing your story after.
Okay, give us a story. You
So-
can't hype it up
All
like
right.
this and not give us
So
a
this is
story.
what happened. Okay.
Played yeah, go for
We
it.
played a show at Young
Bovine
and
Sex
Dundas
Club.
Square.
Bovine.
No, this was Young and
Oh,
Dundas.
that was the Young and Dundas Square
Young and Dundas
show.
because the next day we played the Foam Dome. We played the Foam Dome the next day, and I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
I left almost
Okay.
immediately after the Foam Dome because of what happened the night before. Because I was fucking dead tired. I was pissed off at
Yeah.
those
So
guys.
mad.
You got
So-
pranked.
Okay.
It was like
Extra crispy prank.
so we get really drunk at our buddy Phil's house.
Phil Hurst of the Wrong Brothers.
Wrong Brothers.
Right.
Right after our show at Young and Dundas, and
It's a great show.
we're like, yeah, we're just hanging out, and I thought we were crashing the night before, like that.
We
night.
were crashing.
We were supposed to crash that night.
We did crash.
And I told Brandon and Riley, because Riley had to work the next morning, wake me up when you go because I have terrible sleeps at other people's house. I
Yeah,
want to go
Chris-
sleep in my own
Chris
bed
doesn't
before the
like-
next show.
Oh, no.
And he's like, okay, cool. So at like
Supposed to wake him up at 6
6 a.m. to
We're
leave.
supposed to wake
You know,
up and all
Like-
nap, but
because Riley had to work at
But-
what? You had to work at like 9.
yes.
Yeah.
So they were gonna wake up at 6
Instead-
a.m. and go home.
Right.
A reasonable time.
2:30, 3 a.m., not even 3 a.m.
Like
They
barely
wake me
after
up and
going
they're
to
like,
sleep.
Come on, buddy, it's time to go. We gotta get up. It's 6 a.m. We gotta go. It's time to hit the road. So we go.
Brandon was like
Hold on,
just
hold on.
okay
You
enough.
guys have to
to
clarify who
drive.
you're
Like,
talking
he
about.
shouldn't have-
It
probably
wasn't
shouldn't
me
have drove,
waking him
but
up and
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
He was
him
yeah.
home.
okay. He was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was Brandon and Riley, and we're like, okay, let's go home. So and I get in the car like half awake because I
At 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at like 1 a.m. I grab my guitar and stuff. I'm like, man, it's kind of like dark out to be 6 a.m.
It was like 3.
Yeah, it was like
Or 4.
it was like 3 in the morning, and I'm like, it's kind of dark out. And we started going. I'm like, they're like laughing a bunch to themselves. They think this is hilarious. And then by the time we get to like the 401, I kind of like was up enough to look at the clock.
You were driving already.
No, I wasn't driving. Yeah, but yeah, Brandon was driving. I was already in the car, and I'm like finally kind of gaining my consciousness, and I'm like, bro, it's like 3 a.m. What the fuck? Did you guys sleep? And they're like, no, we didn't. Ha, ha, prank. I'm like, prank? This isn't safe. And like, I was just freaking out. I'm like, what the hell? So then we're driving. Riley falls asleep. And then Brandon's driving, and he's like, oh, we're going to stop for coffee. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll stop for
He
coffee.
had like the mellowest music on too. I remember.
Yeah, oh my God, like, just
Turning the heat
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
really mellow electronic music, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's putting everybody to
Yeah.
sleep.
Chris is
And-
like, can we roll the
including
window down and
Brandon.
put on
Yeah.
some Code Orange,
Man,
please?
I'm
Jesus
already
Christ.
feeling like shit because I was
The
drinking the
windows
whole
down,
night.
blast the cold, slap me in the face.
Yeah,
Normally he listens to
Oh,
fucked up
God.
abrasive music, and tonight he
The
just
one
picked
time.
the fucking
Yeah.
mellowest.
Yeah. Chill beats to
the one
study
time
to.
he ended up, he picked Chill.
She'll be
yeah.
to fall asleep too.
So he kind of dozed off a little bit, and you know how it's like those little bumps along.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
Bumpy
yeah,
paths
yeah.
on the
So
side.
I'm the only one up. We hit the bumps, and I'm like, hey, and he's just like that, like grabs on the wheel. I'm like, you all right? And he's like, yeah, let's stop at the next rest stop and get coffee. I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. So then we stop at the rest stop. He's like, I think I'm just gonna take a nap. I'm like, that's an excellent idea. And then of course I'm the only one who can't fucking sleep at this point, and I'm super hungover. So I start puking my guts out next to these semi trucks that are parked at this like rest stop. And by the time I'm like
4 in the
feeling
morning.
okay, they're like, okay, like it's time to go. So like everybody gets in the car.
I wake up at the rest stop, just like feeling like shit, and I hear the car open. I'm like, whoa, fuck. And then he comes in. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm puking, man. And I was like, I was just instinctively, I was like, how you feeling? He's like, oh, I don't know, man. Just like really sad and brutally. Like he'd been through some shit.
Yeah, he was
I was a broken man that night.
Great prank, guys.
And then we got back, and we had to play the Foam Dome that night.
Yeah.
And I maybe slept like an hour after we got back. So the entire show, I'm feeling like I'm literally going to fall over and die. Stayed for maybe like, a band after. And then I was like, to Bram, like, you got to take me home. Take me home. I'm need to go to bed. Because I'm going to fall over and die right now.
Yeah, Gyro and I stayed the night in Toronto, and we drove up.
And felt great.
Had a great time. Yeah.
Everybody else felt amazing the next
Everybody
day.
else being me and Gyro are the ones that stayed in Toronto.
So, like, how much
No, he
longer
still
do you
felt
guys
right,
think
too.
you're gonna be a band?
Yeah.
See, I think all these events bring us a lot closer together.
Oh man.
We're all actually moving in together.
In September, next
Well,
week.
dude.
I'm
I'll
moving
add-
back to London.
I'll
Dude,
add the
fuck yeah.
contrast. That Foam Dome gig was actually very fun. We had a great
was.
time.
That was a great
was
that
amazing
night.
time.
You guys played awesome.
In
Jordan
retrospect.
forgot
It
his
was a great
microphone
set.
at my
Didn't
place
mess up
for
at all
like
that
a
set,
month
so.
and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember like the entire gig, I was like, that microphone's gonna fucking hit that ceiling fan
Yeah, dude.
all
This
night.
fucking
I was like,
guy.
that is gonna fucking hit the fucking
Yeah.
ceiling fan for sure. But it didn't, and you guys played a fucking ripping set, and it
Yeah.
was fucking
That was
dope.
with Diner Drugs, right?
That was with Diner
Those
Drugs,
guys
yeah.
were
And
sick.
Jared,
And
that was
Specs.
actually
Diner Drugs
And
Specs,
Jared was
man.
there, too.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
dude.
That was a great band, yeah.
yeah, that was a
Killed
good
it.
time.
Great bands.
That was a good time.
That was a good time.
And I remember Jared was there, hammered as shit, spitting on the ceiling.
Spitting on the ceiling.
Yeah,
Nice.
cheering for Diner Drugs because so Diner Drugs and Heart Attack Kids played an East Coast tour together, all through fucking whatever fucking provinces are on the East Coast.
Oh.
And so he wanted to
Those
have those guys here for a London gig, but we couldn't organize anything at Rum Runners or whatever. So we're usually the like the sloppy seconds of Rum Runners, the Foam Dome. So we got Diner Drugs over. Jared showed up. He saw you guys. He saw Specs, and then Diner Drugs played last. Those guys are fucking hilarious. They're the best dudes ever. And Jared was just so saucy and fucking amped up for Diner Drugs. He was like spitting on the ceiling and fucking punching people in the face he'd never met before, and it was a good time. It was a great show.
It was a great show.
It was a very good show. Yeah.
And you know what? There's something to be said about house shows. I feel like, you know what?
Definitely.
Like, it's cool to play at a venue, but playing a house show just has a certain vibe
It's
to it.
kind of got that
that's-
intimate feel where like everybody's like super into it and they're like right up in your face too. It's
Totally.
And you can just I don't know. I feel like you can let loose more. Yeah.
100%. Well, and so you lived in a house venue also. I guess we
Harsh.
can.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm on my third now, and there's kind of a difference between every house venue where you can tell sometimes where it's like the party house or like we're here to like sell this fucking touring band's merch kind of show,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And like it's like I enjoy all of them. Like I would like to say generally equally, but I like being at the party ones. I hate hosting the party ones. How was your experience with like hosting
Dude,
or
Taj was
attending
sick.
a
We had
party?
both.
Yeah, so
I didn't
Riley
mind
lived at
because-
the Taj Mahal.
Yeah, so we had 5 people. We did like fair bit of shows, maybe like 20 and you know it was like 5 bands per night.
Which is a lot.
No,
I
not
honestly-
That's a lot
always.
of bands.
No,
Sometimes it was-
sorry, like
it was
4. It was, sorry,
per
4,
night.
not
Yeah.
5. Not 5. It was usually 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Like I don't mind cleaning up. So it was like we had 5 people, obviously. So like sometimes people were too hungover to clean, but like usually we'd have a good like 3 solid people, like roommates that were down to clean, or like some girlfriends would help out, or like if someone slept over.
Right.
Jordan
Oh, some
slept.
Jordans.
Jordan was there. He was like pretty much the 6th guy.
Yeah. But I mean,
I didn't live
even
there,
while
but-
the show was running, you know, like manning the
I was
the
always-
crowd and everything.
Fuck that
Dude,
shit.
no, it was-
I never did any managerial shit. Managerial.
Well, there was
You were just there
fucking
for the
sent it.
party.
I just partied, and
The
if anything
crowd-
serious, I would like try and handle it, but I don't
nothing
care,
serious
like-
ever really
You had all
happened.
your
Nothing-
shit locked away in
There
the
was
back
like 2
room or
times
whatever.
where we almost had like fights, but we broke it up. But like
Yeah.
Tanner almost fought somebody, and
Who?
Tanner like
Oh,
lived at the
yeah,
house.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
funny though, but it almost whatever. I'm not gonna yeah.
I
Whatever.
remember there was one
But,
time. I remember you were kicking somebody out.
Yo, yeah.
And we were leaving, like me,
I had to scream
Alex,
at somebody,
Emmerich,
dude. It sucked.
Julia, and like somebody else were leaving. But I remember we were leaving as you're like get the fuck out of here, man. And you guys are going into church. And me and Alex were talking, and we're like, we're in our
was thinking about
backpacks,
that.
and we're coming out, and then we like hear you yelling at this guy. So we just stop, and Julia's like, whoa, what are we doing? And we're like, just chill. And Julia's like, what's going on? And Alex and I are just like watching what's happening. And then it's like getting heated, and Alex and I both take our bags off, and Julia's like, what the fuck's going on right now? And we're like, we don't know. We're just getting ready. And then the guy fucked off.
You know?
And Julia was like, what was that? And I was like, I don't know. I've never been in a fight, but I pulled enough friends out of fights, and like I've been in enough fighting situations where I'm like, I should take my back off right now.
Yeah. That was scary. I'll go over that quick. There was just a dude who apparently, according to the girl, like grabbed her ass, and then she was like, oh yeah, he fucking did it. Like I went between them two. I was like, all right, like what's your story? Whatever.
Yeah.
I was pretty diplomatic. I was like, bro, like you gotta leave, and he like refused to leave. So I just was like,
Which
dead ass, like
blows my mind.
don't start a problem here, dude. Just
I'm not
leave.
leaving.
And then he was like, no, dude, I'm not fucking going. And I was like, I don't know. I've never had to get like heated with anybody before, man.
Yeah.
But I just did it. I was like, YOLO. I was feeling the liquor, and I was like, fuck it. I'm good. So I just started
Liquor's
yelling at
driving
him,
now.
like, get the fuck out. And he was like, yeah, okay. And then he started going.
Yeah.
Finally, he was
Yeah, and on the
the
porch,
fuck?
I was just like, he's out of my house. I'm letting it fucking loose now.
Yeah.
I was just like, and it was weird. It was weird as fuck. I kind of felt bad about it, but I mean, it was appropriate. You know?
Yeah.
So like,
well, of course.
Fuck
If someone's
'em,
doing
whatever.
that shit, that's not acceptable.
I can't
I always-
You want
but-
the charge to be a safe space for everyone.
Yeah.
And if someone's
Yeah.
just having a good time,
Yeah.
especially
And
because
that's-
someone creepers up and on her.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
not cool.
that's why whenever I've had to host the show, it's like, hey guys, so like, yeah, bring a 6-pack in or whatever, but like if you're hammered, you're getting the fuck out of the house,
Yeah.
all right? Like I'm not, and like I said, I enjoy attending shows like that where there's like a pong table and shit, and people are fucking getting hammered, and
Yeah.
there's like a smoking weed shed or whatever.
In the garage,
but then
usually.
when I'm running the show, it's like, hey guys, so like have a couple beers, but like if you're moshing too hard, you're getting the fuck
Yeah,
out.
don't trash
If
my
you're
house.
hammered, you're getting the fuck out. Like I'm here because we have a touring band that couldn't get a gig at a real venue.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason we're doing
yo,
this.
you want to hear a real gnarly story?
I would
so
love
on,
to.
On St. Patty's Day,
Oh.
because we lived on Fleming Drive, which is the
I was
notorious
there for that
college
show.
party
That
street.
was an
I was at that
insane
show.
where there was a riot at 1 year, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So on
10
on-
years. It was like 6
on-
years ago.
No, it was a long
Oh,
time
really?
ago.
Was it really?
No,
Yeah,
it was
man.
like too early.
I remember
very
being
early
in like
2000s.
10
elementary
years?
school or something. Yeah.
But anyways,
I
okay,
think
so
Julian,
on-
quickly look up when the Fanshawe riots are, and we'll continue. Continue, sorry.
pull
about
that
Right?
up, Jamie. Pull that up, Jamie.
Juan Julia, can you pull that up?
Juan
please?
Julia is our Jamie, by the way. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a real thing.
That's it.
Usually has that microphone.
2012. Yeah, so a long
So
eight,
fun.
8
years
years.
ago. Long time
Holy
ago.
shit.
8 years. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I am getting
on
older.
St. Patty's Day, on
me
St.
about
Patty's Day, there's a bunch of party goers wandering around the street that we lived on, where
Yeah.
we throw the shows. Where usually it's like music, art type of kids.
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
our crowd. But on that night, we just knew it was gonna be just fucking
All
partiers
kinds
So
of
coming
just
in.
for the context, so I don't butt in partway through, I was leaving right as this crowd showed up at this party.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh
fucking
yeah, it was
wild.
gnarly as fuck. There was like 400 people came in and out because people would. I remember there's one short story on the side of the
Okay.
story. I'll finish up
With
quick.
the
Sorry.
girls?
Yeah, this guy
Oh
came
my
in with like 4 girls, and they're like, we like told them there's a cover at the door, and a lot of them just thought it was a normal party. So they're like, "Why the fuck is there a cover?" And like, we got musicians, like we got
We gotta
bands,
pay
like
people.
we got to pay people, and
Yeah.
they're like, this guy was like, and the girls like all wanted in, so the guy
Yeah.
like paid for all
$5
these
bucks a
girls.
person. There was like
I think it was like 4 or 5 girls
Yeah.
with him, and
So
as
he
soon as
Dude,
the
this
girls,
guy shelled out like a
as
whole
soon as-
25 bucks.
Yeah,
It was
he-
30
crazy.
bucks at
like
least.
30 bucks.
It
And,
was wild.
As soon as the girls got down the
They were
hallway,
in for probably
they're like
2 minutes.
literally. I didn't see
If
it. I
4
think you
girls
saw
want to
it.
roll up
I
with
saw
me
it.
at a house
And
party,
the,
I will
the
pay
girls
$30.
apparently said, yeah, the girls said, "Oh my God, there's live bands here." Like, ew. And then they all
Yeah.
left, and the dude was like, "Fuck!" Like,
Because he's obviously trying to get some wow.
Yeah.
okay. Anyways, so
Dude, where was the
next
apple pie,
morning, bro? The next morning, you talk about cleanup stories.
Uh-oh.
Listen to this shit. So it was a gnarly cleanup as it is, but after this show, we didn't really notice because like our shower didn't drain really fast anyways.
Oh,
There
when
was
we
so
took a
much
shower.
hair in there.
But
I forgot
But-
about this.
But after that, it was real. So it was like almost a dead drain, like where it would take like you would shower and it would just pile up. The water would pile up as you're showering, and you'd just wait, and the next time you shower, it'd be empty. But so
That's
we
disgusting.
called a plumber. We got the landlord to call a plumber, And I remember the plumber was like a total bro. He was like super cool, and I was sitting in my room. Me and Tanner were up on the top floor, and me and Tanner were sitting in our rooms. And then this dude comes out and he's like, "Holy fuck, boy!" Like he was like such a bro. He literally said like, "Holy fuck, boys! Like you're not gonna believe this. Come check this out." And we go in the bathroom, and this dude was like, "Dude, you're not gonna believe this, but there was like 5 used tampons like shoved down your drain of your shower."
I heard about that.
Yeah.
What?
I heard it
Yeah,
was a
and
sink,
he's like, "I don't know who
but-
you pissed off, but goddamn."
5 used. They were all in the
It
same
was the
cycle.
girls that the guys paid for. There was 5 of them.
No, because they left immediately.
They all individually
Like
were
how Jordan's like, I cracked the code.
Oh my god,
cracked the
dude!
code.
How were there
I don't know
5
who it
women
is.
on the same cycle
That's
that
right.
night?
They were,
No, wait. Well,
Not the
maybe
same night.
some of them
Just
were
like
used.
overnight. No way.
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying. They spend a
In
lot of time
a lot
together.
of
They
time,
sync up.
right? But I mean, like,
That's
were there
what
their
just
cycles
5
sync
women that
up, yeah.
congregated that same evening that hung out all the time?
All of them came in. They're like, we made this
that
guy
can't be
pay.
that hard to crack the code on who the crowd was then. There's like
I don't
5
know.
roommates.
It
had to
literally
be.
could have been anybody. And
Oh my
shouts out
God.
if it was
5
you.
random women.
Shouts out, yeah.
Shouts
That's
out.
sick.
That was crazy.
That's
What do you
sick,
think?
yeah.
Is this
You
gonna make the
got
cut? Oh my God. All right, so this fucking podcast is pretty much a write-off.
It's no, it's
What's
good.
great
They're
though
usable.
is that there's this one, and then the next one. There's no mention of how wild this podcast.
Yeah,
is.
that's true.
That's the best
Literally,
part.
all we go is, yeah, we're doing this one first. So like drivers in the last episode, their
Go
song
check
comes
out the
today,
last. Go
listen
check
to
out the
it.
last episode, and it was wild. All right.
Yeah, but one of my favorite things at the end of the whole like TARS thing, when people started party hopping and like it was getting like kind of wild at the end with just like Fanshawe students, I just loved hanging out with people, like drinking beers in between bands, and then you would see a group of people come in, or like girls, not to fucking shame anybody, but girls dressed like not the girls we would hang out with or would be at these parties.
They
and
were
you
hot.
like,
They would
you
dress
just
hot.
be like, honestly though, like yeah, they weren't alternative or Alenka. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
It
Alenka
was
was the
girls that like
exception.
looked like Alenka that weren't Alenka, and
Yeah.
you'd be like,
Alenka's
oh,
chill as
they're about to turn around and leave, and like it was the same thing. They'd make it to the stairs and then be like, what the fuck
What's
is this
going
party?
on?
And
We're
it,
out.
it actually felt good though, because it's like the opposite of like I feel like most of us going to one of their parties being like,
Yeah.
dude, I fucking hate this here. Like it
But
was
I'm gonna
like,
stay
yeah,
anyway.
that's how
Yeah,
fuck
that's
you
how we
guys. That's how we
all
feel.
the time.
You're in our house now.
Yo, shouts out to fucking Olenka though, bro. I seen
Yeah,
her
dude.
mosh and shit before, and like some
Straight
gnarly
up.
Dude,
bands,
honest to God,
She
man,
can bro down.
Alenka
fire.
is a wild card.
She can
There's
she can
been
bro
some
down with the
times
rest of them.
where I've been like, what? You are not at all
What I thought you
yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Yo,
she's a cool
Wow.
chick.
Yeah, like
That's
going
what-
to music school with you guys like broke down a lot of my conceptions of how people.
Well, everyone thought I was a
you know,
dick when
'cause you
I
stare-
first entered.
Yeah,
No one
'cause
liked
I
me right off
fucking
just because of my
hated-
face.
Dude, I did not like Jourdan when I first met him. I heard his voice and I was like, oh, who the fuck did John bring back to my house? Like, Jesus
no.
Christ.
Dude, I know. I'm trying to. Actually, I didn't think. I thought you were weird. I thought you were off. Like, I thought you were mean. Actually,
Yeah,
the
Chris
first
didn't like
few
me
times I
either,
met
and
Riley,
these guys. I
because
fucking
like
hated both of them when
I
I met
realize
them.
now it's because you're like a quiet dude. But the first
Yeah,
few
that's
times I think we interacted, you were just like not having talking to me, and I was like, cool, dude, all right. And I was like, fuck this
Give me
guy.
a
And then
fucking
like
example. I
near
don't
the end
remember.
of first year, we had eventually started hanging out, and I was like, oh no, this guy's fucking hilarious. But there was a few people that it was just like, man, what, dude? The first few times I tried to talk to Tilker, he was just like, hey man, what's up? And I was like, all right, man, fuck this
Everyone's
guy.
trying to be, everyone's
What
trying to
the
be really
hell?
cool.
And then we lived together. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't like
Anyway.
Chris either.
What, you didn't like me?
Because,
because
never mind, I just didn't.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I did not like him at all. When the first time I saw this kid, he walked in late to one of our classes in Gen Ed. Yeah, because we met in Gen
there
Ed
you
a
go.
year before MIA. And he walks in, he's wearing his sunglasses, and his hair was like way.
Sunglasses in class.
It was
too.
like it looked like it does now, but like
Yeah.
way bigger.
It was like bigger. It
Yeah.
was like way bigger. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And he's got his longboard too. I'm like, this fucking douche like walks into our class, and I'm like walks in late. I'm like, I don't like this guy at all. And then like what? It was like maybe like a week or two after that, I hung out with him at a party, and he got me to smoke weed again, which was kind of funny because I hadn't smoked in like a year or so. And he was like, "Hey, yeah, smoke, man." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." And I did
You know
it,
what?
and
The
then-
best friends
yeah,
are the
we're
ones
friends
that
since
push
then, so.
drugs on you.
It's
I
true.
find.
We've been great friends. ever
Not
since.
true at all, but
I like almost everyone when I first met them.
Oh, well.
I like
just the
almost
opposite.
anyone that
Fucking-
pushes
He's
drugs
just the
on me.
nicest
So
guy,
that's
that's why.
You know, we got something in common.
The nicest guy, but you think he's like a douche
Well,
when you meet him.
it's also because it takes
Why?
it takes Jordan 5 times to remember your name, and then after that you're friends.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Hey
after
man, I think
that.
we've met before, but fuck yeah, dude, we fucking met. Before.
As long as
Hey,
you
Nelson,
make
this
it
is
into the
Caleb.
Yeah,
name.
hey,
I don't know
yeah.
if you've met him before. I've met him. I definitely have. At least
I'm,
once.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we're in the same program. I'm pretty sure.
Great guy.
But yeah, who would have thought? 4 years later, or whatever, however fucking long it's been.
I think it's 4 years.
Here we
Yeah.
are.
Or, yeah.
Dude, crazy.
Time flies, man. That's insane.
Sure does.
It looked like Riley was gonna say something. Dude, I didn't write anything down for this podcast, and I wasn't sure I was gonna go. But
I don't think we needed to at all.
there's-
It's like we could definitely keep coasting off of the inertia of the party talk.
I'm
we
sorry.
got
I'll
we
drive
probably
it.
got a couple more topics in us, and then we
What do you
call
want?
it a day.
You say something.
What do you got? What do you got?
Sup?
What do you got? If we keep talking about music education, I'm gonna keep sitting here pointing my fingers together, which kind of sucks. But I mean, that's okay.
Yeah,
We
Craig's
can keep doing
like,
it.
to just save my time this week, I want to keep talking to you guys. Let's just finish this
Yeah.
fucking podcast.
Yeah,
so we can
we
do
gotta
all
get her
of this
done.
afterwards.
Okay, so we're gonna finish our segments here. This fucking couch
Stop
is falling
touching
apart.
it. Yeah,
It's
just
falling
stop
apart.
touching it.
So we have a segment here called "You Should Jam." We want one album collectively from you guys that we should listen to and talk about on the next. So one
Collectively?
album collectively. We're not
Oh.
listening
We
to 3
all
fucking
recommend?
albums.
Okay.
There's no way that's happening.
Can we cut while we talk about this?
Sure.
Because I don't know if we can collectively. Well, we probably could.
We could.
Okay,
All
we'll,
right.
we'll talk about it on.
The next album
Fuck
is
it, don't
happening
cut it.
right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's be okay. We're
All right, we're back.
Back.
Dude,
We're at the PC
We changed
part
some-
maybe one each.
of
Okay.
the
We're
episode.
not doing one collective.
yeah. Okay. Chris will go last. We changed our mind. It was taking way too long. They're
We're
each
gonna
gonna
make
give us an
sure
album.
we're gonna make
Agreed.
sure that microphones are nice and close to the mouths of the people that are speaking.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. Horman first.
I'm going to
Horrible
recommend the
first.
Strokes album Angles
Okay.
Nice. That is
The
great.
from
Strokes,
2011.
Angles. All right.
Fuck yeah.
And I've been
Why?
recently getting into them.
Why? We're not getting into the why. We're at an hour now, so
I think we have a good 20
Well,
minutes.
yeah,
to
we're
got
cutting out probably half an hour of this podcast.
yeah, we got a
Stretch
good
it
20-minute
out right
podcast after all the editing we
Yeah.
have to do.
All right, go ahead, Riley. Did you
You
already?
didn't answer why, but okay.
Why? Well, I don't.
Cuz.
I listened to this. I listened to the Strokes in high school, and I
Which
really
was
only
20 years
listened
ago.
All
I'm sorry, Joe.
it's okay. It's all right. I'm 30.
When are you just gonna go full gray?
I'm 30. Well,
Dude,
it's
honestly,
happening. It's happening right
It
now.
pisses me
know.
off. This guy's got gray, luscious hair.
Yeah,
It's making me.
like thick,
I know.
thick
Dude,
gray
I got good
hair.
hair.
Yeah,
I got
you're
good
one to
hair.
talk.
I
Yeah,
know,
the
dude.
big ass
Gray
man.
hair.
Are you kidding me?
I know, but Jordan's much better
Thick
looking
hair,
than
it's
I
not
am.
gray. Fuck.
I got grays. Dude, I got
Yeah.
grays.
Pull it out.
You got a couple grays.
Pull it out.
Your hair is great and it's nice. I'm like, well, your hair is fucking nice too.
Thanks, buddy.
Pull it
Yeah.
out.
No.
Pull it
I know.
out.
Pull it out.
Pull it out.
You want it down, you mean?
Pull it out.
He wants your hair. He
Whip
wants
it
you to
out.
pull out the
Whip it out,
elastic.
yeah.
He wants to see it.
All right, Riley. What's your album?
I can't even get the
I'm
thing
gonna
out.
recommend you Luge, Real Rock and Roll,
nice.
or Actual Rock and Roll, I think it's called.
Riley didn't even react. I feel used.
That's great.
Sorry,
No,
can you
that's
say
tight. I
say
did
the
see it.
say the recommendation again? I'm sorry.
Luge,
Luge.
Actual Rock and Roll.
Okay.
Okay.
They're from Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you guys will like it. It's short too, so don't worry.
Oh,
You'll
perfect.
actually listen to
It's
it.
probably the one that I'm gonna listen to.
Yeah. Oh, it's 12
All right.
minutes? Perfect.
What do we got, Chris?
Well, honestly, because I've been listening to a lot of the music I was listening to back in grade school, so I'm gonna suggest "The Black Parade" by MCR.
Oh,
dude,
okay.
I'm definitely listening.
That I've been listening to that
sure.
album,
You know
following
what?
that up
I might
all
listen
the
to-
time.
I might
lately.
listen
It's
to
been
all
a
3 of these
great
fucking
album.
albums, dude.
Yeah, a great album.
I got Chris into the Umbrella Academy.
Oh.
Just
I haven't
aired
watched
second
it.
Incredible
season.
series.
Dude, it's
Is that
such a
Incredible
good
So
show.
that'll be your watch recommendation.
Yes,
After
that
I
will
finished,
definitely
I
be
got
my
all
watch
the graphic
They have a
novels. I
second
got way too
season.
into it.
When's
It
the
was
second
great.
Just
season
it
coming?
just came out. No, it
Yeah.
just came out on Netflix. It's
It
out now.
just came out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Yeah,
right
if you
on.
like,
So the
you gotta read
second
the
season
graphic
of the
novels.
Umbrella
They're
Academy is out now.
Oh my god.
Go
Yes,
check
guy.
that out.
So
Yeah.
good.
We've got the
So
Black Parade, we got the Strokes, and we've got. Give me one more time.
Luge.
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 Actual rock and roll.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Well, I think I might actually listen to all 3 of those. I was going. There's no
fucking
way.
better.
I usually
hit
don't
you
even
up.
listen to the one album I'm recommended, and I'll probably listen to all 3
That's
of
a
these
good
fucking
variety
albums.
that we gave
Yeah,
you guys.
those are good.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's the end of the episode, y'all. Thanks so much for watching.
Okay.
We really appreciate it.
All right.
We love you guys.
This is Driver.
Yeah.
This
Everybody.
was
We are
This was Driver.
this was by far in all 68
This is-
episodes that I've done over the course of
Massy.
2.5 years.
Massey.
This was wild. This
So-
was wild.
so-
and by the way, you didn't hear it because we
Drunk
cut it
driver.
out. But they told an orgy story, and that's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
it's a lot.
And if Craig and I ever start a Patreon for this shit,
We're
that's where it'll
releasing
be.
it. We're putting it out, and we're gonna make all the money off
Yeah.
of it.
We're
So-
gonna make
It's
money
a
off
good
an
story.
orgy that they didn't even really participate
Yeah,
in.
for real. Soft dicks. Anyway,
Hey!
soft wieners. So,
Uh,
we'll have a pre-save link
Yeah, go
in
pre-save the
the
song.
in the bio or in the description or whatever the fuck for Driver's new single. It's called Full Send. Go check it out. Heart Attack Kids just put out a new single. Can't Stop. Dude, it's my podcast. Fuck you.
No,
We
it's
just put out a new
Caleb's.
song.
Dude, it's my
Go listen to Waitlist by
you
Lost
take
Arts.
that?
Fuck these guys, Have a good night. Pinkies out, everybody.
Yeah,
Cheers.
take care, guys.
Pinkies out.
Put your pinkies
Pinkies
out.
out.
Pinkies out.